Hi, welcome to Inspiration Daily for November 10th, 2021. I'm Gina Greenlee with GinaGreenlee.com. Today's inspiration, the literary equivalent of channel surfing. Everybody knows what channel surfing is. Sometimes, you want to watch, this drama, but then you need a little comedy. Oh, wait, music video, let's see what's going on. Oh, all right, let's see what Beyonce is up to. There's some political commentary. You're interested in different things, and as I mentioned before, I'm easily bored. That's not a bad thing. When you are bored, that means you are on the edge of you were deep within your comfort zone, and you need to move beyond that. I'm not saying channel surfing is the way to do that. Another story for another time. But the literary equivalent, I don't own a television. I sold it in 1990. When I watch television, it would be clips from shows, 5-minute clips from shows, and that's really about it. I have never seen an episode of Survivor. I sold my television in 1990. I took a solo trip around the world in 2000, which is when this whole reality TV thing really exploded, and I came back to the United States, and everybody's talking about Survivor and Off the Island, and what are you talking about? So I grew up, I was raised by a man who read a lot, and books are my friends, and I'm an only child, so I grew up I just love reading. I love reading books, writing books, making books. Books. So the literary equivalent of channel surfing would be, looks like this, people. I literally read about, let me see, what is it, 2, 4, yeah, I think it's about 5 books at once, because sometimes I'm in the mood for Mrs. Wiggins by Mary Monroe. This, off the chain, that's its own inspiration, okay, but I just finished this, so I guess I'm not really channel surfing anymore. Okay, The Book Woman of Troublesome Creek, a friend of mine suggested this. I started it. It's not super duper holding my attention, but she's a good friend, and she's going to read Mrs. Wiggins because I loved it, and I'm going to read this, and neither one of this is not a book I would have chosen, and Mrs. Wiggins is not a book she would have chosen, which is why I think it's great to try something new. I started this. I'm about 3 chapters in, but I'm gonna hang in. Okay, I have been reading Long Division by Casey Lyman forever, and I'm almost. I think I'm almost done. I'm not sure. I actually like, this is the second book by him, and I really like his writing, but I had to take a break for lots of reasons. Well, no, I had to take a break because I wanted something. His writing is I would call it literary fiction. He writes in black vernacular. He's incredible. He's brilliant. So many historical, cultural, literary references. So he's funny, observant. So it's a nutritious read, but it's not, for me, his work isn't easy to read. So it's like, and it's so incredibly written. I mean, each sentence is just jam-packed that you really, you read 3 sentences and you felt like you ate a tub of ice cream because it's just that rich. So I had to kind of take a break and do something, read something that is a little more plot-driven, traditionally plot-driven. This is somewhat experimental. So, I started reading this. I'm like, and then I haven't gotten back to this, but I had started reading this, What the River Said, and the reason why is because it's not anything I like to read out of my comfort zone, so it's not anything I typically would have read, and it takes place in like the Southwest, like around the Grand Canyon, where I visited many times. So I like the natural world. This also but it's also a thriller, and the protagonist is a physician in a small town out west. So it's something unusual. So I started this, and it's interesting. It's not like fast paced, but she pulled me in, and so It's like, oh, I needed it was like the natural world and the paint and the sunset or whatever. It's enough of that. And then this one, again, this woman is a Southern writer, and the Southern tradition tends to be very steeped in the natural world. So it's like, every leaf on every tree and every breeze, and it's just like, it's like, let's get on with it. So, and again, I like that, but then, you just want to read something that's entertaining. You just want to watch an episode of Law and Order. You know what I'm saying? Right here, Harlan Coben, The Boy from the Woods. Boom, 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 boom. I started it last night. I'm already up to page 83. I mean, I was just like falling asleep. I wanted to stay awake because it was so good, but I was tired. And this is good. It's one of these mystery page turn-in things, and this is it's just very entertaining. So sometimes you just want to be flat out entertained. You don't have to think. I don't. Books. The book is intelligently written, but I just want to be entertained. I really don't want to think too much. Okay, but then here, historical fiction, and you gotta. I'm not, 1865 in the Kentucky woods. Not really my thing, but again, I'm reading this because of a friend. This is kind of deep. Whew! I need to take a break and kind of get back to, a mystery. So that's the literary equivalent of channel surfing, and it's deeply inspirational because because I'll say why. The transcript. Have a great day.